Yeah, my dude followed up. I was like thinking like he wouldn't do it, right? He wouldn't. Like the backlash is too big. Like my dude, oh my god, yo. My dude, straight up, is like, I'm doubling down. I haven't watched the video yet. I don't know anything. He's doubling down. I didn't think he would. I didn't think he'd make a deputy. He's doubling down. My dude is doubling down. And I know it. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But, we're gonna watch this video. Yeah. Let me go ahead and share my stream on X. We'll see if we can get things a-rolling. Things a-rolling. Sorry about that. Okay. Copy link. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, let me get that, and then that. Reacting. Deputy. Oops. Okay. What do you guys think of that lady that straight up was yelling the N-word at that Somalian guy? It's pretty funny. Pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. But let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's watch this boy. Let's watch this Looney Tune.
Hello,
let's watch him.
Welcome back to another episode of Content Deputy. Now, normally in a Content Deputy, I would dance around in my cop outfit in the woods, but this video isn't going to have any of that fanfare. We're just going to get straight into it. I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anissa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anissa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
I don't know if you know this, but the last year they lost
charity event
$50,000. To be charitable, you actually have to give money to charity, son. You have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
Ethan and Hila are well aware that we raised $1.3 million for charity the first year of Creator Clash.
Yeah, and last time I checked, did he, so did he not lose all that money?
Second year we operated at a loss, and I take full responsibility for that. We did band together, the community and providers involved, and
I thought so.
$175,000 for charity. It's been really disheartening to see how often Ethan will attack Creator Clash through us, or attack us through Creator Clash.
Ian and Anissa masters putting on an event.
He's reposting random troll accounts that are very easy to...
Yo, that was just facts. Like, it was sarcasm, but that's just facts. Like... Yo, you're a master at putting. Yo, if you let Sam Hyde like produce your fucking fight, it would have done 1,000 times better. Just saying. What do we got here? I'm going on a girls' trip to Houston next week. I'm so excited. I need a refund. Please stop ignoring my emails. Perhaps due to findings, the tranny. Idubbbz, please ditch the hoe, man, blah, blah, blah. Okay, who's this guy?
If you click on this profile, it has a bunch of Sam Hyde adjacent posts, and it just hates Anissa and I. Come on, dude, you're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge. He's highlighting this post that equates Creator Clash to a crypto rug pull. He's saying the event is going to be worse than TanaCon.
It was.
Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Ela. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrible.
Sounds like you already are, but whatever.
So that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it. Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use
you already
Creator
earned
Clash
this fucking
to
dislike, you
Anissa and I.
Goddamn bitch.
Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who run the previous 2 events. They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any ownership. We are, you know, I think just going to be known as the founders of the event. Yeah, I mean, I think it had to come to this eventually. It had
to come to you guys stopping this stupid fucking event. You guys, it was a dumb. You know, you guys are dumb.
My mouth shut. I can't. I mean, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I want to be honest. I was very quiet during the second Creator Clash because I was afraid of how that would impact other people. This year I said I'm going to do something different. I'm going to fight back if someone's trying to attack me. So that's what I did. And now I've realized, like, I can't really have my cake and eat it too. It's either you're going to talk shit like a foul beast on the internet, or you're going to have a charity event. You know, it really can't be both. I'm very proud of the event that we made with Creator Clash. It's still happening, June 28th.
I mean, you could.
I'm not going to be involved in it. Please, for the love of God, support this event. You know, I feel like in some ways I'm like cutting off an arm so that I could escape the bear trap, and so I can fight. Well, that's a bad analogy. You guys get it. We've already told.
Yeah, he's got a filling. He looks like a fucking. He looks like a guy that's gonna fucking scam you or some shit.
Or this video is entertaining, or you like the message. The best thing that you can do, for me, is to support Creator Clash. Buy a ticket, buy a pay-per-view ticket, an in-person ticket, or donate to the fundraiser. I just want to see this event do well. You know, I didn't try this shit because I thought I was going to be a good boxer. I didn't think I would be an awesome event organizer.
I feel like this is all like recorded pre-Jake Paul saying that his boxing event is going to be at the same time.
But I kind of do want to make it ham-fisted because I'm like, I spent my last fucking 4 years working on this stupid boxing shit. I mean, it was worth it, absolutely. But like, it's crazy that I've just returned to Content Comp. Having said all that, Creator Clash ticket link down in the description. Go check it out, buy tickets, support the charity, support the fighters, and have a good-ass time. I mean, ultimately, I think it's a good thing because I think I am meant to roll around in shit. I think me and Ethan are both meant to be rolling around in pig shit all day long, and other people are meant to do boxing or debating or whatever else. Ethan and me, pig shit rolling around type of fellas.
You underestimate my strength! I've got kosher strength! The will of Allah! I mean Yahweh! Yahweh!
I think the worst criticism I labeled at Ethan is that he's a bad boss, a tyrant of a boss. I just implied that he was being taken advantage of by people either in his community or outside of his community, and I called him a bitch-made coward. That was like the summary of personal insults labeled at Ethan. Before Ethan even knew what my video was about, he was already framing me as anti-Semitic.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I'm one of you. I fucking hate Jews too, guys. Let's get after it. Israelis have no right to defend themselves, actually.
Dude.
All Israelis are settlers, actually. What is he going to give me a history
lesson? Okay, yeah,
now?
blah, blah, blah. We get it.
Yeah, he just discovered empathy, by the way, and only extends to the point where you're actually talking about Jewish people or Israelis. Then empathy stops, and they should all be murdered. Bro's actually...
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We get it. He uses, like, his Jewishness to, like, deflect his...
There's a Jew...
Yeah, I get it.
That's what Timothy McVeigh did.
They want all you guys to quit, and for me to just be, like, alone, little Jew
Blah,
boy
blah.
alone.
Blah, blah, blah.
Ethan, under a year ago, was saying he doesn't use anti-Semitism in that way. He's not a guy to call anything and everything anti-Semitic.
You know, in my whole life, I've never screamed.
Yeah,
out
but
on
like the people that
anti-Semitism.
you've been hanging
I
out with
literally
are
have been getting this
anti-Semites.
shit since the second
Like
I stepped foot
Hassan
on the
Piker
internet,
and fucking
I have never fucking
Frogan and
ever
those people.
done this.
Yeah,
okay?
like
so the people online, they're saying, "Oh, Ethan's
they're
making himself a victim,"
anti-Semitic,
or
so,
Ethan's,
like,
making everything about
kinda,
anti-Semitism.
like, made a
I
video
have
with them recently,
I've done
just
this
saying.
once in my life, right now. But he's like, "No, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag, fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?"
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I mean, I get that he's scared and offended, but this was the whole fucking point of my video, Ethan. I was saying that you shouldn't be doing this. It led to me making this video in the first place. You were triggered by this CPS harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous.
No,
It was horrendous
dude,
for
you
us.
didn't even mention it in
Now
your
you're doing it
video.
again.
I'm gonna watch it live.
Should you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. But like, why?
I just don't think. I feel like you're gonna get really emotional and say something you regret.
Well, I've got the button.
Like I know you don't have a problem taking it head on, but I just feel
Of course not, because I know that
you're
whatever-
understandably upset.
It's so
I feel
stupid.
like
He's
you
got
might
a
be
button.
little-
We wait to talk about it.
Just
or
say
you
it,
wanna
dude.
Talk about it.
You should do it off stream. Because I don't know. This escalated initially because we were live and you guys were heated about.
I like that
what-
guy's
what it
setup.
was.
I just think it might be wise to watch it, think out your thoughts, and respond in a calm way. Because there's no chance that you don't get heated.
I don't need to fucking pre-watch this. I don't need someone else to hold my hand through it. Like, I'm ready to take on anything that these people have to say about me. He's like, "No, actually, Ethan, the fucking
What
Jew
if this-
bag, fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys. I'm one of you. I fucking hate Jews too, guys."
You attacked us.
Yeah, he's already wound up.
And now you're acting surprised and shocked, and you're doing it all on your podcast live. So naturally, you reacting live is you having an emotional reaction and seeing things that honestly are scary.
I just I vented about them not defending me. What the fuck is he like? He's actually losing his shit and I just can't believe it, dude.
Did you call him up?
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. Fair weather friends who are so happy to be friends as long as they're getting something out of it.
Blah, blah,
Ian
blah. We
sucks
saw all
for the
this,
same
dude.
reason right
We
now.
saw all
He could
this.
say something
Can we move
Spineless.
on?
Spineless. Our POV is like, fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear any excuses. You're not my
Dude.
friend, and you never were, and you never will be. You never will be.
What's very insane about this content cop is I was thinking about Ethan's feelings so much in that video.
No, you
I
weren't. Shut the
thought
fuck
about
up.
The idea of like how I shouldn't be saying the term Zionist or Zionism in that video because I was like, he has explained before that that's personally insulting to him and he doesn't like that. You know, regardless of how true it is, I was like, I'm going to think about Ethan's feelings and not mention this.
Yo, he can't even keep a straight face
Like,
when he's
yeah,
saying that.
he's outright
Get the
calling
fuck
him
out of my
fucking
face, you
Nazi.
goddamn
Is it a
asshole.
coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this video and he's holding a swastika one? I mean, we
He
can
do
free
be
Palestine
looking like a
without being
skinhead in that
Nazi.
one.
You fucking Nazis. How about that? Well, this is the white savior, Ian, who's just found empathy, unless you're Jewish, of course.
Ethan, people are allowed to shave their head and not be called anti-Semitic. I mean, if you're going to critique his podcast or be pissed off that he personally insulted you, even that is enough to be called anti-Semitic. It's fucking crazy. Now, I don't want to talk about Hassan's sword. I don't want to talk about Hassan's sword hilt because Ethan himself basically admitted already multiple times he doesn't think any of us...
Yeah, it's just a little weird that
And
you
he would be
picked
right.
that one out
Do I think any
specifically.
of them actually wanted to put a swastika in the photo? No,
Yeah.
that's
Like, you're ignoring the whole other half of
the
that.
chances that they did
Just
on purpose
saying.
is close to zero, right?
Like, I understand. I don't give a fuck
I
about the
picked up
sword.
a
I'm
random
just saying,
sword
you're
in the
ignoring the
room
other half
laying
of that.
around. That could be the end of the discussion. You don't actually need to debate Hassan about the sword hilt.
He
on
left
the
it up.
decision making
If
of
it was a
person
mistake, he could have
who I
deleted
am
it.
not.
But I'm not going to delete the photo because that would be indulging in your weird anti-Semitic fantasies.
We can free Palestine without being.
Yo,
Nazis.
both of these
You
guys fucking
Nazis.
suck.
How about that?
I'm done being nice to Ethan. I gave it a chance. My sincerity and my empathy in that last video was real. I was even
No, it wasn't, dude.
crash out moments.
Nobody
the same way
believes that.
Denims could
Nobody
have crash
fucking
out
believes
moments.
that.
I think we're all capable of it. but he was using it in the video to suggest that I was making fun of his mental health.
To my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial, weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help. Dude, I'm not making fun of your mental health. Every example you used was me basically saying that other people are trying to affect you. It's understandable that you're going through this right now, Ethan. We all go through this.
To characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment, is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible of doing.
Every fucking example that you tried to smear me with was me actually pointing to something else that could be affecting you. He even brought up the clip of me saying, if you get help. We all need help. Everyone on this planet needs help.
Yo,
I
dude,
don't care
shut
how you get
up,
it.
man.
You can wander into the
Shut
jungle
up.
and go on an ayahuasca trip. I don't care how
It's
you
like-
get your help or what you define as help.
I don't even know what to
If it
say about this
helps
video. It's
you,
like as dumb as
that would
like
be
the
good,
last one,
because
except
right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help. The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video from Ethan and Hila is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
So there's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time.
There was not even one mention of CPS.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS
yes.
came to us.
So,
yeah, like, I mean, it's
Not even
understandable.
Explaining that at least
Like-
that's the context is pretty cowardly.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me, and I didn't have any chance to defend myself? You just immediately, in the same podcast, right next to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic. And then you said, fuck Ian and Anissa. And you linked those together.
Dude, everybody, how could you not know about the CPS call? Like, everybody knew about it.
The CPS call. What are all these
Yeah, but like you
fucking
ignored it.
comments?
Like that was a pivotal point of like why they.
CPS call. I don't entirely blame your audience for getting confused because number one, it's a fucking cult, and number two, you can't even get the timeline straight. So if anyone's watching your dumbass, their brain is also going to get scrambled.
Be friends as long as they're getting something out of it. So again, he's not showing the context. What was the okay, I'll play this part. Did you guys ever find the context of what I was talking about here? Because I feel like I wasn't even talking about him. I could be wrong. I just don't remember.
Like,
everything,
dude, I don't give a fuck. But like,
I did say that. I thought you were
he's
Talking
being.
about
I like how he's just like
That's the same
being a
thing.
little,
CPS
a little
call.
cunt and just leaving out
clip.
It's part of the same conversation.
parts of the
You
story.
completely wiped your brain of what happened during the CPS stream. That's not my fucking fault. That's no one else's fault but yours.
All I wanted for you to do was say the bare minimum of like, hey, this is fucked up. This is not true about CPS, whatever. Like the bare minimum. It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
This is what I was talking about. You
I don't know what it is about Ian, but he's
terrible
gained
happen, you'd be like, yes, let's make some
the
content.
the
And
feature
then shit talk your
or
friends
something
for years.
to want to be punched in the face. Like I want to punch him in the face so bad, like at least 4 times.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS
yes.
came to us.
I'm not saying I'm going to.
About
I wouldn't be
Ethan
able
was
to. I'm a
talking
ghost.
Shit about us on his Instagram before any CPS shit. He was also talking shit about us on his podcast before any CPS visit. On March 7th, CPS visits Ethan and Hila, and that same day, they decide, let's do our podcast, and let's have the topic be the CPS visit and how distraught we are about
Hold
that.
on.
And
Go back
then
to
right
this. Let
next
me-
to the content.
Fired up from the day that CPS
yes.
came to us.
For anyone confused about the timeline, Ethan was
Yes. Okay. Ethan discovers Froggy's tweets. Okay. I don't know what those tweets are about. Ethan begins to publicly attach his editor's statements to idubbbbz's Instagram harassment. Call to CPS happens. Okay. This is the day the call happens. This is like the time that everybody knows about it. Ethan shits on idubbbz on his Instagram and okay.
talking shit about us on his Instagram before any CPS shit. He was also talking shit about us on his podcast before any CPS visit. On March 7th, CPS visits Ethan and Hila.
Okay. CPS visiting CPS, then shit talks IDUB and Anissa. Okay. Addressed the H3 harassment nicely. Received insane levels of harassment and from H3 brigaders. You know. Whatever.
And that same day, they decide, let's do our podcast. And let's have the topic be the CPS visit and how distraught we are about that. And then right next to that, right after,
I don't trust
about me and Anissa. But you don't just talk about us. You shit talk us, and you imply that we're friends with people who are doing this, who are the ones who are harassing you.
Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say that?
Random anonymous Redditors?
Did I say that?
Wait, what's the...
I said they're primarily responsible for harassing me.
Who called CPS?
What the fuck? So, I don't know.
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense, because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot shittier for Ethan and Neela. And I do mean that literally. There was this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual. He was talking about
swear to
his
God,
own health.
guys.
He was talking about his caca breath, his dog having diarrhea, his dog having giardia.
I love
has giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
His child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
Oh,
and now Ela has giardia.
Shut. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my god.
Jeez, what can I do to not get it from you?
I'm trying
to... Because I'm not trying to get it.
No, it's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Talking about the viscosity of his child's shit.
And meanwhile, he is covered in viscous...
I don't know like the whole context of this, so I don't know. I don't even give a shit to begin with.
He mentioned
but I just have to see this.
Crazy diarrheas like in the middle of the night. All the time he's having these crazy diarrheas. You wash your hands as best you can, but these are really nasty diarrheas. And then extremely foul smelling diarrheas.
So of course, Ethan, having made so many enemies over the years, other people react to his content. And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting giardia from dog poop.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
People are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat, which, by the way, is not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at the time of this stream. So there are 26,000 people listening to Ethan go into great detail over 7 or 8 minutes about diarrhea, viscosity of diarrhea, his child having giardia, him and his whole family having giardia. They're calling it the poop house. Now what Ethan does, instead of taking any responsibility for sharing too much on his live stream, is that he decides to attack specific creators like Denim's and say she was the source of the CPS call because her chat was reacting to Ethan and saying, wow, this is...
So maybe CPS call valid, question mark?
Right now, advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective Services.
The problem with this CPS thing is that Ethan has proven to be a manipulative piece of shit. So when he calls on me to defend him, what the fuck am I meant to do? I don't trust you, and I'm glad I didn't trust you, because in your video defending yourself, you used a video that takes context from like 3 different places and combines them to make it seem like someone is coordinating an attack on you.
Love made a good point. You said, is this every comment? I believe this is a live feed of the chat. This isn't edited.
What about the top right? I thought these were...
Wow.
No, this, I think when you full screen it... No, this is an edit. It's a cutout of the full chat. It's just enlarged there.
Oh, really?
Over the screen, yeah.
They're different, I think.
Yeah.
It's not timed.
Hold on, let me see this. Let his kids roll around and shit. Those kids need help. Those poor children. Those poor children, though, like, actually, they should not be parents. CPS needs to pay a visit. Poor child. This family, blah, blah, blah. Are they even taking care of the children in this house themselves, or... Okay.
Timed the same way.
But it sounds like, based on this clip, You knew that it was bullshit, and you just went with it anyway. Ethan Klein uses this very deceptively edited video that is just like doing this smooth scroll to make it seem like that's all of Denham's chat. But that's not what it is. And then when he's called out on it, he hides it. He moves his window over the real chat.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses,
Reading the chat, co-signing
it's very,
it.
very, very dangerous.
Now pay
So I would
attention
assume
to
he doesn't
her
actually
chat.
have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like...
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility. It's just so bizarre that Ethan would expect Anise and I to make a statement when Denham's herself already made a statement about it and said that she does not condone calling CPS.
So we're talking about CPS. 1, I don't condone. 2, I've never condoned it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this, because it doesn't exist. I've literally given Ethan Klein credit on multiple...
Yeah, but like when you like highlight that shit in front of like a whole bunch of people, and then you're like...
Part of my criticisms of Ethan and
You showed it to a whole bunch of people, like somebody's gonna call it. The best thing, I mean,
Well, you know I'm very open about everything.
I don't know. I guess he gave a lot more information about it than he should have.
I wanted to relate
Or maybe
to the
like I don't know if he even
audience,
framed it in the
just to be
correct way,
open,
or if like they're
as
taking this out of
possible about
context.
every
I don't know what's
fucking thing
going
in my
on.
life.
I can't trust anybody in this fucking video.
To be as open as possible on your podcast.
Ethan was just sharing his thoughts, what we were thinking, we were speculating.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
We were speculating.
Oh,
And now Hila has Giardia.
Shut.
Be open as possible about every fucking thing in my life.
Yeah, really? How many siblings do you have? I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information. Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
Yeah,
somehow
by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it. On top of Ethan characterizing me and my wife as anti-Semitic, he also takes a dig at my tattoos.
Bro, you literally look like a fucking free tattoo pack that you get for 25 cents from a windy thing, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, my kids have
Like those tattoos look
from
like
Chuck E. Cheese.
they look like shit.
Bro looks like he just went to the menu and was like, I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that
Yeah.
one.
I have quite a few options here. I can show your tattoos in all of their glory, or I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution subreddit, which is not a good thing. I mean, it might be a good thing for the artists that you work with because that means that they did a good job from a technical standpoint, but it's sort of a failure.
The greatest thing a
every
man
other
can do
aspect,
for his children
particularly the
is to love them,
decision-making
hit their
aspect.
mother.
If you want to go tattoo for tattoo, Ethan, we can do that. You want to keep it to other things, we can. I'll give you that option. Ethan also talks about the potential.
Yeah, both of you
I
have
might
shit
have after
tattoos.
boxing.
I mean,
Ethan, your whole
listen, I don't like to
system is
judge.
scrambled.
No, your brain is scrambled. From
Actually,
being
yeah,
punched in the
kind of.
face
On
with a
tattoos, I
pen
do
because
kind of
you're-
judge because I appreciate them. I can see good taste, and both of you have bad taste.
That would be comforting if there was some explanation, at least.
Any amount of CTE that I may have endured after doing
Like,
two boxing
idubbbz be
matches,
looking
I'm
like
gonna
some
say
serious
it's
white
preferred
trash right
over
now.
having
I'm
to
just
share the
saying.
load of doing 50 jumping jacks with my wife.
Yeah, what if we do both do them? We'll both do 25 at once.
25 each? Or
Oh my goodness.
great form by
Yeah,
both.
really nice. They must work out.
Also, why are you talking about CTE at all? Like, you've continually illustrated that you can't keep track of anything.
It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
He can't even keep straight who attacked who first. He thinks that our podcast, where we're expressing sympathy for him and Hila, was the impetus for him talking shit about us. I much prefer boxing and do CTE than.
I think I think whenever he says things, he thinks he's being nice, but he's unaware that he's being an asshole.
He's lying. Like, the whole thing is a fucking lie. He's manipulating his audience. We did not have a close relationship.
You guys were buddies for a long time.
He texted me like one time, like, hey, dude, we should talk this out. And I was like, I don't feel like having this conversation right now. That's it. So Ian kept trying to get me on the phone or text with me. And I told him, dude, honestly, I don't feel like having this conversation right now.
Okay.
Fair, right?
Dude, it's like a hurricane or some shit of like mental retardation. between
I don't want
idubbbz.
to talk to him at all.
Okay.
If the relationship was that close,
Like this, idubbbz, Ethan, and everybody in Hassan's orbiting space. Like they're all fucking stupid.
There's this moment in the Content Cop where I'm trying to give an example of the cycle of harassment. Have you ever been in a comment section and found someone to argue with? It doesn't stop. It can literally go on forever if you don't want to touch grass.
I mean, yeah, this was kind of... Okay, what does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Ethan and Hila act like they have no idea what I'm talking about here. So, I mean, maybe they don't. It's a very obvious and easy to digest point. That's why I made it that way. I'm going to explain it here so everyone on the internet understands.
Okay,
when you have a podcast
let's hear it.
where you are constantly emotionally dumping and saying things just off the top of your head, and you're attacking other people randomly, maybe from your perspective it's not attacking. Maybe you're just commenting on someone else's situation.
He's got to be one of the most visually repulsive people. FaZe Banks, like, in my opinion, he's somewhat repulsive to look at.
And be
pedophile. Pirate Software was like weird about it. It's like, look at my old voice, it's so lame. What an obnoxious loser. She goes, I can't believe these people are so obnoxious. And he looks like an idiot who's obsessed with me, dude.
But what happens
Bro.
when other people comment on your situation? It doesn't feel too good, does it?
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
I don't know if that's what the video is.
That is the back and forth I'm describing. You might have thought, we were just saying that Ian and Anissa are bad friends. Well, guess what? We didn't take it that way.
Our POV is like, fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear
I don't know, you guys have a twisted reality, I'm just saying.
And you never were, and you never will be. You never will be.
What we took it as is Ethan and Neil are shit-talking us. They just implied that we are okay with people using CPS as harassment, and now all of their fans are brigading us. So I am going to respond in kind and make a content cop. So yes, that is what the cycle of harassment looks like.
Okay, what does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
How about you fucking Nazis? How about that?
You might think that all of the harassment you're getting has everything to do with your politics and your idea of Israel-Palestine, but a lot of my gripes were centered around you dragging me into your shit. You know, you knew that you were going through a lot, and you were saying, I'm hurting, I'm now going to make them hurt because they're not putting their head on the chopping block. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I'm sure there's anti-Semitic people that are attacking you guys, but they're not me, they're not Anissa. It's not Hassan, it's not all of these other creators that you're attacking. You're not the biggest victim on the internet, Ethan. Other people can experience a horrible fucking time. And
he is getting attacked.
Other benefit, which is
he's getting attacked a lot by like those creators and their communities.
You care about from
they actually are
from this harassment. There are a lot of people that you've just bullied and they have nothing to gain out of it. Frogan isn't making a bag from this. She's not getting content out of this.
Yeah, she is.
Her in relentless ways and endorsing
she definitely is
worse harassment than what even you send her way.
The shit he said and posted about Frogan over the past years is like insanely nasty shit.
Yeah.
Worse than anyone I've seen. If this is true, absolutely mind-blowing, insane shit.
Hold on, it's not worse than anything you've seen. How could it be worse than anything you've seen?
Literally, no. I guess
he was
not.
very nasty.
Well,
I'm just saying, people like fucking want to like lay down and fucking like.
I'm talking about specifically against Frogan.
But like he called her fat, right, and ugly, which is horrifically mean. I get called a fucking baby killer.
I was talking specifically about
that's way
Frogan.
worse than being called fat and ugly, in my opinion.
I agree.
On top of Ethan and Neela constantly victimizing themselves, I did notice that as soon as we didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense, Ethan took that to heart and he started to make that his employees' problems. Instead of just, sucking it up and taking it on himself, he decided to imply that Lena is going to have a problem with that.
A lot of this has ramifications for the crew. The way that they have it set up is basically, if Lena were to drop out, she would lose, she would have to pay back $25,000.
Yo, I can't hear this guy.
And besides that, which
I can't listen to this dude when he's tweaking out.
She's been working really hard.
I don't want to be mean.
And just because I'm having an issue with what's going on here.
You bringing up Lena dropping out of the fight was you publicly showing to your fans, like, I don't approve of this. You were saying this shit before the content cop even came out.
Which I told her I will cover if she wanted to drop out.
But now you are saying that you didn't have a problem with any of it until I made the video.
I was totally on board until the organizer put out a video calling me a psychopath for harassing his friend.
Obviously, Ethan and Neela will victimize themselves every chance they get, but when they have the chance to victimize someone else who's on their crew, they'll also do that.
You already forced Lena into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her.
Why would I do such a thing to Lena? Dude, you have as much agency as I do. You didn't have to badmouth me on your podcast. That was a choice that you made.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Yeah.
My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up.
Oh, the organizers of this event are
oh,
not
thank God
jumping to
it's
my
almost
defense?
over.
All right, well, maybe instead of shit-talking them, maybe I should zip it.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. You already forced Lena into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her. By the way, idubbbz, Lena's fucking having a panic attack.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
But you're just lobbing it to me and Anissa. I'm lobbing it back to you. You're the one who brought it up. If you lob it back to me and you say, well, I didn't have your back publicly.
I mean, if you did something,
I'm gonna lob
but...
it back and say, you're being irresponsible on your podcast, and you're not taking any accountability for the shit you're putting out online. I think that's gonna do it for this video. There's a lot more that I can share, but I'll save that for the future. And in closing, I will reiterate so that, you know, there's no ambiguity about it. Anissa and I are no longer involved in Creator Clash. We're stepping down completely. We hope that the event is a massive success this year. We hope that all the fighters get what they wanted out of it.
This is just like to advertise his fucking Creator Clash, isn't it?
Person who just wants to roll
like,
around in the shit.
This is just so like he can promote Creator Clash and be like, yo,
their mission to get Creator
hopefully I can
and raise
get
money for
things
charity. You can do that down there. I will be doing that on my own, and I hope you guys have a good time. Also, for all the people who touch grass, I want to remind you to click the like button on this video, not so it goes in your algorithm or anything, just specifically so that we can add a counter narrative, or I can get an idea of how much astroturfing is out there, because I know that a lot of these fuckers, they love their dislike button extensions. And I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck? These are all like fabricated numbers. The like-dislike ratio was like 80-20 on my video, and then they tried to create a narrative of like,
fucking bullshit, let's see it.
Content cop, guys. It's actually so much worse. Like, bitch, like, people were more upset with, like, my wife being on OnlyFans. You're not gonna convince the internet that fucking Ethan Klein isn't being a piece of shit. Like, sorry, guys. It doesn't matter how many dislike extensions you have.
We can free Palestine without being a Nazi, okay? Yeah, fuck you guys too, okay? How about you fucking Nazis? How about that?
It's blatantly and obviously fucking disingenuous. This shit blew my fucking mind.
I'm just saying, like, it's already got 1 million views, and then it's only got this many likes and dislikes, so it's honestly not that popular.
As a neo-Nazi, like that can get you hurt.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend. Thank you, Ethan Klein.
Yeah, my dude is like some serious white trash. Another huge day for unemployed people. Honestly, this beef has made me feel so much better about my own life. Thank you, content creators, for making me realize, yeah, fucking based. Sir, they've hit the Sea Tower, lol. I'm 25 and I feel way too old for this shit. As an empath, I can feel that you and Ethan have some attention there. Yeah. You guys should start fucking. Yeah, I don't know. Let me take a look at that other content cop.
What do you think someone on the internet, what my haters might say?
All right. I'm looking. You're telling me that this is wrong. Not to mention you have like 6.8 million views. Let's take a look at like this. Yeah, I don't know by ratios. I'm not good at ratios, but like, seriously, you got some issues, my dude. Hold on, let me see what Twitter's looking, or X or whatever the fuck it's called now. Let me see what X.com. Ooh, I haven't signed in here yet. That one, question mark? Yeah. Alright. Let me look at that. Okay, cool. Somebody like my tweet. Cool. Gemini Criminal. idubbbz. Let's see it, idubbbz. idubbbz humiliating ritual continues. I think idubbbz has lost the plot. Lol. I never got into idubbbz, but seeing him spoil. Alright, yeah. idubbbz, if Creator Crush 3 were only gonna be you and your wife. Yeah. idubbbz shows proof his content cop H3 has positive like and dislike ratio, calls dislike extension bogus. That's the dislike ratio of the OnlyFans video. He didn't show one of the content cop source expert. Okay. The canon event that triggered the downfall of idubbbz. LOL. 1 million. Oh yeah, there's that girl. Oh my gosh. 1 million for dropping an M-bomb. Someone tell idubbbz I have an idea on how he can save Creator Crush 3 and restart his rebranding. Fucking yikes, bro. Another idubbbz L. idubbbz got cucked by Oh my god, yo, how many of you want to bet that fucking Hassan ran over this bitch? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he probably fucked her. I bet he fucked her. I bet he fucked her. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. Dislike ratio. Yeah, I'm looking at this yeah. Still about 60-40. This guy's a little bit higher. Say about like 65 maybe. Yeah. Let's check in on idubbbz. Yikes. idubbbz 25. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else could be said about it. This whole beef is fucking stupid. Both of these guys went like, talk about go woke, go broke, they go fucking insane, my dude. These guys are so fucking. These guys, like, I don't know, fell so fucking hard. They are so washed up. Even Keemstar's kind of doing better than them. He's still kind of like going around. Still fuck this guy. He's still going around. idubbbz inspired an entire generation of entertainers. My cold story, how I accidentally got cucked. LOL. Accidentally? You mean your wife cheated on you? Jesus. Harley getting kicked out from Creator Crush. Oh my god, I don't know anything about that. I didn't even give a shit. New upload. Oh wow. Let's take a look. Got Child Protective Service maliciously called on your family. Triggered bro. This is like the like versus dislike argument you made in the video is hilarious when you're getting cooked in the replies literally everywhere. Hell, seriously, if you go over here, like, yo, let's see, check it out. Since the last, you got them all in here, dude. This is he's getting cooked everywhere. My dude is not coming out of this like clean. Nobody likes him. He's just ignoring like all the other shit that's just going on in his life.